We built out this van for $3K, and today we're sharing all of our tips and tricks that made it possible.
Our goal was to make a van that feels homey and comfortable while balling on a budget. Something simple enough that anyone could say that they could do this, but comfy enough that it's really nice to live in. We're Logan and Kelleen, and this is our 2015 Chevy Express camper van.
We already did a full tour video for this van. If you want the nitty-gritty, I'll link it above somewhere. But today we're just going over the 11 tips and tricks, including some product swaps that are perfect for your budget camper van build.
The first thing you notice when you come in the van is our countertop. We saved hundreds of dollars by making our own faux marble countertop. This is a 3/4 inch piece of plywood that we coated in epoxy to make it look like marble. If you want to see a step-by-step on how to make this, we did make a YouTube short, and we'll link that in the description.
Second budget tip has to do with plumbing. This is the easiest, cheapest setup we could come up with, and it's only composed of 3 main pieces. One, this is one of those rechargeable faucet pumps that sits on top of those classic blue water jugs. For 20 bucks, this acts as both our faucet and our water pump. Second piece of our plumbing setup is one of these classic blue water jugs. A tube extends from the faucet down into one of these jugs. These are also really cheap and easy to find places to refill with drinkable water. And our last plumbing component is this waterless P-trap. This allows water out, but it doesn't allow bugs, stinks, or anything else back in, and it doesn't take up space like a normal P-trap would. This is the easiest way to get running water in your van, and probably the cheapest.
Third tip, the curtains and drawer faces. Here, using curtains instead of cabinet doors saved us time, money, and weight. Here for the drawer faces, it's literally just plywood cut to size. We sanded it, painted it, and added these drawer handles. Cheap and easy, and it looks good.
Tip number 4 has to do with our walls. Our walls are made of the most cheap, rough-cut, half-inch plywood we could find. No need to spend money on fancy wood or shiplap. And then to make it look good, we cover it with a normal texturing of drywall mud. And I know already that y'all are worried about it cracking, but I will say that we've done this same technique in 4 different builds now, and they've gone through years of heavy use and still no cracking. We made a YouTube short addressing this. Honestly, we made a YouTube short basically covering each one of these things. I'll link all of them in the description. But the real secret to keep the walls from cracking is to use Bondo where any large gaps are. Like for example, where 2 different sheets of wall plywood meet together, that crack would need to be Bondoed, the rest does not. Everywhere else, you just take the normal drywall mud and put it straight onto the wood. This cuts down on cost and it simplifies the build a lot.
For the ceiling, this is as simple as it gets. We used 1/4 inch plywood, we sanded it smooth, stained it, and used several layers of polyacrylic. For installation, we used rivets to rivet it to the existing ceiling supports. I can't think of a ceiling design that would be easier or cheaper.
Van fridges can be extremely expensive for such small machines, but this brand on Amazon is only $150. We've put these in our last 3 van builds and they've worked great. Bonus budget tip, we ditched the drawer slides and put our fridge on this cute rug, and it's been super convenient.
For the stovetop, we opted out of permanently mounting one of the countertop. We did that for a few reasons. 1, it takes up valuable space in the countertop. 2, we didn't want the cost or complication of running a propane system in the vehicle. Instead, we use this portable butane stove that uses these little butane bottles. This stove is about $20 on Amazon, and it can be used inside or out.
The name brand diesel heaters like Webasto or Espar average between $1,000 to $2,000, while these off-brand ones average between $80 to $100. They are just as reliable as the name brand ones, and they have a huge following online if you need any troubleshooting. Just look up Chinese diesel heaters on Facebook and you'll find a ton of groups with thousands of followers. The added bonus is if you ever need to replace it, it's 80 bucks rather than $1,000.
We've gotten all of our solar panels from solar surplus vendors. They're the ones that go out to solar farms and they get all of the panels that still work good, but that they're getting rid of. I guess there's something like if one panel in a row of 100 panels goes bad, they'll replace all of them and they'll sell the 99 to a surplus store. This is a 250 watt panel and we got it for like $30.
Window covers for vans are weirdly expensive, up to hundreds of dollars for the fancy ones that fold up. I made a YouTube short showing how you can make homemade ones with black fabric, reflectics, and magnets. But they also sell cheap, thin ones on Amazon that can work great too. They have little magnets in them, so you open the door, snap it onto the metal, and then shut the door on it again. Either way, hundreds of dollars saved.
If you're like us and you bought a used van, there's probably gonna be some missing or broken parts. Our van was missing all of its door panels and we wanted a tow hitch. So we went to a pick and pull yard or a salvage yard and we got everything that we wanted from a similar van at their lot for less than $120. Just buying the hitch alone, brand new, would cost at least 4 times that.
And that's it, 11 tips to save you money while building out your camper van. Anything that we mentioned, like the fridge, window covers, stovetop, heater, etc., we'll have linked in the description of this video.
If you have any great tips for balling on a budget builds like this, leave them in the comments for other van builders working on their builds too.
Until next time!